Happy holidays. Are you gearing up for the holiday season too? I agree. The holidays can be very stressful. You have to go to all these parties, and if you plan on buying presents, you have to stay in the budgets of the presents. And you have to participate in Secret Santas if you're doing that with your friends or at your work. Just have a Christmas spirit throughout the entire time. Yeah, it does add up, unfortunately. Do you have to buy presents for a lot of people this year? Oh wow, that is a lot of people. Are you participating in any Secret Santas? That actually helps the cost, in my opinion. You don't know what a Secret Santa is? Well, I'll explain it to you. Okay. So you and a group of people draw names from a hat or something along those lines, and from there you pick one name, you all read it and don't tell. You never ever tell who you get until the day you're giving the presents away. And from there, you buy them a present. Typically you stay within a price range. We're doing a $20 to $30 range between my friends and I. And that way no one feels left out. You don't have to get 6 people a present. You just have to get one person a present. And the other people will get everyone presents, you know? No one feels left out that way. I actually have a list of names in here, and I will pick a name from here using my handy dandy candy cane, and whatever I draw, that would be my Secret Santa, and who I would get a gift for, and vice versa. If I was to give this to you and you drew my name, you'd have to get me something. Here. I got this one. And I'm getting a gift for you. It's funny how it works that way, isn't it? I'm just going to put my little cup and his name's to the side. Unless you'd like to draw a name. Here, I'll let you draw one. Just grab it. Shake it around a bit. Here. You got one yet? Okay. Just read the name off for me. And that's who you'd buy a present for. It's very simple. So, the reason why you came in today is because you need a little bit of help with your holiday presents, correct? Okay. What I have here is catalogs of Christmas presents, whether it's clothing for adults, for children, even toys for children, gifts for newlyweds, anything. Have it all in these folders. The top one is just where I'm going to put your file. So I'm going to write on this Christmas. It's going to be our Christmas folder for this season. And this will be specifically for you and your file. The other ones are just catalogs, papers, documents, just receipts for other toys. A lot. So, let's start off. Roughly how many people do you have to buy presents for? Okay. And are you going to buy them all big extravagant things, or just stick to a few people who get a lot of things? Okay. So you're going to have about 4 people who you're going to buy big, expensive presents for. Okay. And how many are you going to buy something that's kind of affordable, cheap, Nothing too out of the box, but very meaningful. Okay, so that's a good amount of people. And then the remaining group of people you'll just be buying little, yeah, exactly, little affordable things for. Okay, that's perfectly fine. No, I'd rather get a really cheap gift that costs $2 than something that costs $50, you know? That's just my opinion. I'd rather have my friends spend money on dinner or something along those lines. I don't mind if you ask me a question. Go for it. Yep, my friends and I set a $20 to $30 limit for our Secret Santa. And actually, instead of spending, you know, the extra $100-something on gifts, we're gonna go out for a nice fancy dinner. Yeah, it should be worth it. A lot more affordable that way, you know? You do have a lot of people. Are you sure you can't just make this a Secret Santa? Okay, that's fine. Secret Santas can be fun. You'd rather spend that extra money on people. It's fine. Just shows you're not a Scrooge. So from there, I need to know, what are you thinking of getting for those 4 people? Like something like a watch, or jewelry, toys, clothing? Okay, so for person number 1, your best friend. Okay, what do you think they'd like? What's their personality like? I can help you out with it. Okay. So, that's a really good idea. Nothing too gender neutral for them. Okay. So they wouldn't mind something that's either for a boy or a girl, you'd saying? Like a watch? Okay. So, watch is acceptable. What about something practical? Also, similar to a watch, like a clock for their house, or their office if they're always running late, or... Okay. Do they drink teas or coffee often? Coffee mugs. I love coffee mugs, so you have a special place in my heart right there. So moving on, your next person. Number 2, number 3, number 4. Okay, so they have the same sex, all 3 of them. Okay. So what do you think would be a good idea to get them? Are you thinking something that is kind of affordable or more pricey? Pricey for all 3 of them. You're a good friend. I think scarves go well for either gender. You can get a boy a very fashionable, warm scarf that'll keep them warm as they walk to their work, on their break, or something. Go get coffee in the morning, start the car. Yep. Scarves, in my opinion, work very well for all genders. Scarves. Okay. What else? You know, this is something I do recommend to people all the time. Lotion. Sounds weird, doesn't it? So I wrote it down anyways. And typically around this time of the year, people's skin gets really dry. My hands are very dry right now, and I do apply lotion to them all the time. But if people just are too lazy or just don't feel like it, they'll never, buy that lotion. So I keep this right here, actually, in my office. Just a bottle of hand cream. These run for maybe $4. You could stick it in anybody's gift. Out of all those people you listed me, you could stick stick them in person 1, who's your most expensive, or person 20, or person 19, person whoever, ever many people you're going to buy gifts for. Lotion is always a key. It's essential. I mean, how could you live without it? Do you want any right now, actually? Okay, that's fine. I'll put it aside then. So, those are very gender-neutral presents. Scarves, lotions, gloves, hats. Let me write those down also for you. Just something everybody's going to need at one point or another, whether they're going to pump gas into their car or going to go walk their dog. It's going to get cold and they're going to need something to bundle up with, right? Hey, I wear the Santa hat everywhere. I do look a little dorky, but it keeps me warm. So, for your next few people, you're going to spend a small amount of money on, correct? Okay. So you want to stick with under $15 for these people? That's fine. $15 is fair in my opinion. If someone got me a $5 gift, I'd still be happy. So these people are who, exactly? How many girls and how many boys? Okay. You know, there's an even playing field right there. As I said, girls tend to like, obviously more feminine things. You could go for a makeup gift card if you're trying to stay with the gift card route. I'm writing down makeup gift card, and I'll list you some specific stores since I don't know how key you are on stores. There's MAC, M-A-C, and Sephora, S-E-P-H-O-R-A. Those are two very high-end makeup stores, and they sell loads of products. I love their gift cards. Whenever I get one for the holidays, that person is getting a huge hug from me because that's a great gift right there. If you even wanted to continue with gift cards, you could get, for a female, a shoe gift card. What girl doesn't love shoes? Even if it's a small amount of money, they're guaranteed to take that gift card, use part of it for that transaction, and buy something they really need. You know, every girl needs a good pair of running shoes. Every girl needs a pair of flip-flops with the price tag still on there, which is what you'll want to take off. Every girl needs a good pair of heels. So, in my opinion, shoe gift cards, definitely where you want to head if you're getting something for a girl. So shoe gift cards. Stores like DSW offer great selections of sale items. Perfect, right there. For boys, this is not really my specialty. I've always struggled with what to get boys around the holidays, even for birthdays. They're picky. They want what they want, and they want it when they want it, you know? Well, if the boys you're shopping for aren't into clothing, I would recommend video games. Well, if they recently have not purchased any games that have came out in the last month, such as Call of Duty Black Ops 2, I'll write that down, Halo 4, or Assassin's Creed 3. Those are 3 hot games which are definitely selling out this holiday season. What else? If they do have a laptop or something like that, a case for their zip-up case would be wonderful. depending on if they have something as expensive as a Mac or even just a PC, you're always going to need that extra protection. So, boys, I would say maybe something like a laptop case. And if they have an iPhone, like so, these cases are not very protective, very flimsy, and come off very easily. But the otter boxes, have you heard of those yet? I'll write that down. Just like the animal, yeah, otter. O-T-T-E-R. They're essentially life-proof. You could drop it from a really high distance, and it's shock-proof. Where if I was to take this and drop it, I would be terrified that it would get damaged. It's just extra protection, and they have really nice colors, gender neutral. There's pinks and blues and greens, and they're all the same color unless you customize them. So an iPhone case, OtterBox, the name brand that I'm going for. This can be great for boys, especially if they're rough or into sports or anything. You know what's also a really great gift? Do you have any friends that are into photography or filmography? Okay. Tripods. Those are great gifts. You can typically get them pretty cheap. I wouldn't go with too cheap, but very affordable. My tripod was about $12, $15, I'd say. I'll put the little price range, $12 to $15, and they're just wonderful, especially if you're into photography or even just videotaping, anything at all. They're great. Oh, mine works fine. Yeah, I got mine about 2 years ago, actually, and the thing still works very well. It's sturdy, folds up, it's collapsible. My only issue is I'm very forgetful, and I happen to misplace it. Oh, come on. I know, it's 50 inches tall, and I misplace it. Don't make fun of me, it's mean. You know what also can be nice, though, for friends who you're not really sure what to get? Something like a blanket, or if you want to be a practical jokester, a Snuggie. The one with the two arms, you put your arms in, it's like a backwards bathrobe. Yeah. Those are actually very warm, surprisingly enough. You'd be shocked. But, you know, blankets, I'm going to write that down for you. The reason I say that is because everybody sleeps under a blanket at one point or another in their winter. I mean, even if you live on the west coast of the United States, it's going to get cold out there eventually. You're going to need some form of warmth. Yeah, exactly. So, blankets will keep you warm, and to add on to that, if you also want to make it a nice little package, I guess, you'd get them a set of mugs, or one mug, and you can also get them some hot chocolate, and just wrap it all together, make it into a nice present, something that'll keep them warm on a nice cold night, like tonight. It was 23 earlier. Yeah, that's cold. I'm not the biggest fan of winter, but I love the holidays, so be it. So, I think we touched base on everybody on your list, correct? We have the gender-neutral options, watches, clocks, coffee mugs, scarves, lotions, gloves, and a hat. For girls, you have makeup, cards, gift cards, shoe gift cards. For boys, something along the lines of video games, laptop cases, iPhone cases, and just generic, run-of-the-mill items, tripods if they're into that sort of thing, blankets, something warm, and as an added little bonus, I'm going to write something for you. Chocolate. You have to buy everybody chocolate, and throw a little candy cane in there too. I love candy canes. Remind me of my childhood. I'll let you have this one if you'd like. I'll open it up for you. They're just so delicious. You know? You don't want it? I mean, in that case, I'll have it. Ooh. It's very, flavorful. At least smell it. I mean, how can you not love candy canes? You just wrap them on the outside of the present, stick them in between, and there you go. Perfect little candy. Everybody loves them. They're yummy. You know, I saw chocolate candy canes. That's kind of gross. But I'll give you this list of things to help you get through the holidays. And if you need me, I'll always be here to help you with any events coming up. Birthdays. I do party planning. Okay. You know where to find me. It was very nice to meet you too. Have a great holiday season.